you can see the mic. It's fine.
Like
We'll
it's
just
fine.
cut it. Yeah, I'll cut like here, there, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Anyways, amazing. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank
This is
you.
so fun.
Yeah.
So Amanda is here with us today from Raw Dog, and I'm really excited to share with you guys this product because it's phenomenal. So welcome back to Raising Hell to Heaven. Kate is not here because she is in Africa and she's probably asleep right now. But I'm so lucky today to have Amanda's visiting from Texas, right?
Kansas City.
Kansas.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
all over the place, but my home base is in Kansas City.
Okay.
A lot of my team lives in LA, so I'm out here all the time.
Okay.
Our supplier's in New York, so Kansas City's like right in the middle, and I hop
that's
all around the
perfect.
country. So
Fun.
Yeah.
I love that you get to travel for work. That's
totally.
super fun.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'll just let you kind of give us an intro about the product, and then I have some stuff that came up today, and I would love to get your opinion.
I'm stoked.
So just tell me about the product and how it came about, and the background and the heart of the brand.
Yeah, definitely. So Raw Dog Men's Skincare, obviously like a super raunchy name. My whole team comes from a background in the e-commerce space, working for really big beauty brands, growing like high growth teams, etc. And we just really saw a huge space in the men's skincare world. I feel like nobody's really paid attention to guys before. It's always been like a repackaged women's formula or something off the shelf. A lot of companies are in plastic as well. That's like one of our key pillars, is really like giving guys something high level and just like a really great product. Everything that we have is in glass.
So let's show them the product.
Yeah, let's show them the product.
She
So
brought me all
this
the
is Raw
stuff.
Dog. Yeah, everything is in
exciting.
glass. No added microplastics, no added forever chemicals. The first ever seed oil free skincare brand to ever exist in the men or the women's space. We basically saw just a huge gap in the men's market, and no one has really done one for the boys, so we decided to do one for the boys. And it started as a very raunchy idea. We were like, we're going to be the Barstool of men's skincare and put out this really like raunchy brand with the name. But then once we got into it, we ended up working with a physical chemist to design all of our formulas. Traditionally, skincare companies, they work with a product developer. But with this one, we worked with a physical chemist, Lizzie, who is incredible. She's built a ton of big skincare brands in this space. And once we got into the formulation aspect of it, we saw really how many faulty things were going on in the skincare industry. You know, just these formulas at a super high price point being marketed to consumers as clean, as natural, as better for you ingredients. And then once we really got into it, we're like, this is all a lie, pretty much. We decided to leave out seed oils, which is pretty much in every single skincare brand. Sneakily, everyone thinks that they're food.
I didn't know that. It's a big thing with food is to make sure there's no seed oils in your food, blah, blah, blah. But I never thought to check skincare. So what is because my business partner would be like, I know all that. She knows all the things, but I do not. So what are the, not the opposite of benefits, what is the problem with having seed oils in skincare? What can it do? What are the repercussions?
No, it's such a great question because, you know, everyone thinks like, oh, food. Like, I want to avoid seed oils in what I eat. And everybody has kind of become aware of that issue. But then the skincare side, it's a little bit different. So in the food space, seed oils within your body can cause inflammation, and that can lead to like other diseases and issues and long-term health effects. But the way that seed oils work in skincare, they actually oxidize on your skin. So let's just say you're washing your face, the product has seed oils in it. If it's exposed to heat, water, or light, which is essentially you living your life. If it's exposed to those things, then it oxidizes on your face, meaning that it actually ages you faster. Yeah.
Yo!
I know. It's so crazy. And so all of these products that are like, oh, anti-aging.
Are aging us
better for
faster.
You. It's aging you faster. And then it kind of gets you hooked in that cycle of using the product. It's not doing anything for your skin. Maybe like fake immediate effects. But then over time, it's actually...
And then you have to buy more.
Yeah. And
that's crazy.
You know, a lot of people too, you know, you see these big brands, they're like dermatologist approved and recommended. And it's like, how could that industry ever steer you wrong? Which, not discounting that industry at all, because I think it brings like a lot of, you know, great benefits to people who need it. But I think there's a lot of consumer trickery. There's, you know, a facade. dermatologist recommended and approved is actually you can just pay for that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really mean anything.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. So it's kind of similar in the food space too. You know, everyone's like, oh, if they're giving us this food, it must be fine, because it's regulated through like X, Y, and Z corporation. But didn't we just ban like red dyes in food and blue dyes in food like this year? So
they're
that
constantly
trend,
finding
so that trend hasn't hit skincare yet. So we're kind of like the first pioneer to really like look into like, okay, what's going into these products, and then not only excluding them but replacing them with better ingredients, so that actually do something for your skin.
So what ingredients are you replacing them with?
Yeah, definitely. So there's like a myriad of different ingredients that we use. Specifically, one ingredient, it's actually 3 kind of tied into one. It's our neuromodulating peptides. Okay. So it's 3 different peptides. They have about like 20 letters in each, so I'm not trying to pronounce it. Yeah. But they mimic the effects of viper venom. Okay. So they like tighten your skin, and then they also work in deeper layers of your skin too, almost similar to like a Botox. Okay. To reduce not only wrinkle like depth, but also the length as well, which is like super cool.
That's amazing. Yeah. So I'm gonna be hooked on this stuff too, you guys.
And we get so many women that have been asking us since we've launched, like, can women raw dog it too? Yeah. And first of all, absolutely. Yeah. I love it. But yeah, I mean, skin doesn't have a gender. While men's skin is different and it is formulated for like that thicker, oilier skin, like women can absolutely use it too. Okay. So, and they've been loving it. So
I'm so excited to try it.
It's amazing. Also, the face wash, incredible. Okay. It doubles as a makeup remover.
Yeah, let's which
we didn't know about. Yeah, we didn't know about it until after we formulated it. But
so we're gonna check out these bottles too, because they're all glass, which I love. Yeah, it's just quality. Like you guys really put all the effort. You guys didn't cut any corners.
No.
And that's the thing with most of these companies, they'll do anything to cut a corner to make more money.
Exactly.
Look at this bottle. It is beautiful. Glass as well. And you said you dropped it before and it didn't break?
Yeah, so I keep the face wash in my shower. I feel like I always like wash my face in the shower, and I've dropped it so many times at standing height, and I'm super tall. I'm 5'10". Yeah. And it's never cracked. So
there you guys
don't throw it against a wall. Yeah. I mean, you can try it, but no, they've never cracked. So this super high quality glass. Also the ingredients on the front. Nobody's done that before. Yeah. Yeah.
That's really cool, because you're not trying to hide it.
No, it's really we will tell you everything that we've got. So
I love that. I love that. Just full transparency. It's so important. It's so important.
And just the integrity aspect of it as well.
Yeah. So that's what was coming up for me today, as I'm like, okay, it's incredible that you were coming here to do this pod today.
Totally.
Because I was just talking to my dad about like marketing and reaching out to the guys, right? Because I'm like, okay, how do we reach the men? And the reality is, it's like we've been in a the way that our culture has changed and shifted. It's like, okay, we had to stand up for women's rights. Right. We have to stand against all the women that are dying and all the stuff that's happening that's going really wrong. But what's happened is like the good guys have gotten neglected, and we've kind of the pendulum went the other way, and we took this aggressive swing. So there's all these like good men that are getting neglected, or aren't feeling loved, or are just feeling like you're bad. You're the bad guy. You're the bad guy. You're the bad guy. Let me turn this off. I'm going for a minute. So like I was talking, Kate and I, our new kind of motto is. I forgot what it is. Not like changing the guys so they're not the victim anymore. Yeah. Right? Totally. Because like this, you have these brands that are like, oh, well, forget about the guys. Right? And it's for money. Like that's, for sure. They know that the women are gonna buy it. And that the women, it's all society, right? The women need to look younger to get men, whereas men just need to get money or status to get women. So who cares about their skincare? Because that's not going to be a focal point for them. But the reality is, like, men still need love. Men still need comfort. Men still need to be reassured. And it's like, okay, so what does that look like going forward? Because for me, like, as a coach and someone who's trying to, like, help men, it's such a weird place to be in, because I'm like, okay, you guys want help, but it's hard to trust a woman right now. And it's definitely, they definitely don't want to, like, buy something to help them, right? And it's like, but at the same time, men also need to work or earn, right? So they're not wanting free handouts either. That goes against their nature. So I don't know, it's just very interesting how they, like, correlate, right? This, like, big pharma and skincare and the foods and all these things, like, there are all these areas we're seeing, like, that men have been just completely overlooked.
Totally.
And it's like anything to get the current agenda taken care of.
No, absolutely. Right? And I feel like the consumer behavior is shifting. I don't know if you feel it too, but I feel like even growing up in the Midwest, I grew up in Kansas. Okay. So the theme growing up was definitely, like, you don't get to cry if you're a man, like, you don't get to show your emotion. Also, the way that self-care was spoken about too, it's like taking care of yourself is not cool. You're not, like, a manly man if you have a skincare routine. Like, there's no way growing up that any guy that I knew, like, had a skincare routine.
Like, that's for the girls.
Exactly. And so I feel like that's something that, you know, has totally shifted in society. I feel like men are more open to it, and I think women are more supportive of it too. So that's 100%. Something that we wanted to accomplish with Raw Dog. It's like, it's cool to take care of yourself. We want to celebrate you taking care of yourself. It's important to take care of yourself. And I feel like, you know, having a name like Raw Dog, it's very eye-catching. And so I think it gets guys almost in the door with, like, okay, at least what is this? You know, at least I'm going to click on it and learn more. And then we kind of, you know, go into the educational aspect of it and share, like, why is it important to wash your face, you know? And aging is progressive too, so getting ahead of it and that type of stuff. But
I mean, it's a great approach. And it makes them more comfortable, like you said.
Totally.
Like, the name, it's just, so I did a vote. We're doing an ebook, like I told you I was working on the way this morning, and I was like, okay, what are we going to call it? And so I did a vote, and I was like, do you guys want to call it, like, How to Get Women, Bro, or Dude, Where's My Woman? And everyone voted for Dude, Where's My Woman, because it's like the, you know, that generation will know the Dude, Where's My Car movie.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's nostalgic, but it's the same concept with this, where it's, like, lighthearted and fun and nostalgic, and it's, like, kind of like, you're safe here. You can come over here.
Exactly. You know? Like, we welcome you over in this skincare space. Exactly.
Sir, I know. Oh, I know. Not right now. Sorry.
Yeah, but kind of like I was mentioning too, like, we started this with a very, like, raunchy innuendo. Like, we're going to be the barstool of men's skincare. But then once we got into the formulation aspect of it, really just shifted what Raw Dog means to us. And it's really just kind of getting back to the raw simplicity of life. Getting back to the basics, like, no barriers, no extra fluff, like, straight to the point. You get exactly what you know you're gonna get, you know what I mean? So that's what we wanted to do with this brand, and I think it'll translate with guys, like, really well, because guys are more direct than women too, you know? So we want to cut all of the noise and just be like, here you go.
Like, this is what it is.
Exactly.
And that's the thing, there's just such a need for transparency these days in general. You don't know what is in it. I mean, even fruits and vegetables. My friend came over, my business partner from Africa, and she's like, well, we should eat this or that because it's healthier, and I'm like, nothing here.
Unless you, like, grow your own food.
I'm like,
seriously.
You can eat very unhealthy kale.
Like, I know.
You know, it's just, there's nothing guaranteed. So it's so cool to have a product that, you know, sir, I know you just want to play, huh? A product that 100% you know what's in it, full transparency.
Yeah, exactly.
It's safe. We need more of that. We need more just in general in the culture. Come over here. No, not right now. Sorry.
He's like, I'm ready to play right now.
No, sir. No. It's so funny how that chair makes him think he's like, I can't get over there. Nope. Sorry. Back it up. You wanna come sit over here?
He's like, yeah, that's what I like.
Okay, take your ball and go. No. But yeah, what else came up? Let me actually get my phone. Because I was talking to my dad about this today, and I was like, this is so interesting. There were certain things that I didn't even think about that are in our culture that are just
like not ingrained.
Yeah. And that are just like really like making the men feel like shit. And that we don't even notice. He was saying like even in the cartoons, he said, where is it? He goes, remember the Berenstain Bears?
Throwback.
Yeah. He goes, okay, boys in school are taught now that they're idiots. He's like, think about Berenstain Bears. The dad and the boy were idiots.
Interesting.
So it's like, for some reason, we took this complete other turn. We went the complete opposite direction. And I'm like, look, we need to be like, okay, protect the women. 100%.
Totally.
But we also need to empower the good men, which there are, to protect the women too, and to protect themselves, and to make them feel empowered and take care of themselves, and do whatever they need to do for themselves. And we've gone like the other direction where it's just beating them down.
Right. Which it's like, why?
Yeah, it's like that doesn't accomplish what we're trying to accomplish, which is them treating us better. And if you think about it, it's like the old saying, you attract more bees with honey. So it's like, okay, shouldn't we be nicer to men to get what we want in the end, to make everyone happier and everyone kinder and the good guys? I saw, a guy that I work with posted on his Instagram the other day that he had been in an airport and there was a man like attacking a woman, and so he pinned him down on the ground. Like, there's gonna be bad guys in the world, bad guys and bad girls, right? But those men, like that one that goes and stands and defends and steps up, it's because he, has a woman that's supporting him. He's empowered. His business is going well. He feels good. He's happy. He's in his energy. He's in his space. Whereas, like, if we just beat men down and tell them, like, you ain't shit,
right?
Like, we're not gonna accomplish what we're trying to accomplish, which is making the world safer.
I know, totally. And I feel like what you said about the pendulum swinging the other way is so true. And my sister actually gave me some really good advice recently with just kind of like calling people out. And she said, call somebody out to call them up. It's like we don't need to berate anybody. It's like call them out to hold them to a higher standard, but also hold yourself to that high standard as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. Not calling a guy out just to, I guess, break him down, but to like empower him, like you were saying, and build him up. Yeah. And I love rise all boats. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, is like, you notice, I was watching this movie last night with my mom. It was so funny. It's gonna kill me. I don't remember what it was called. I'm so sorry. I'll probably figure it out and put it in the comments. But it had all these famous actors in it. But it was just so funny because it was the way that it showed how men really are, and how it was more about the men in this movie. It was a comedy, but it was, what's her name? I was on her reality show and I can't remember her name.
It'll come to you.
But she is sitting there with her boyfriend and she's like, did that name make you... So it was a convict, and then he was put into productive custody. What is it called? Where they protect you.
Oh, like the witness protection?
Yes, thank you. I'm like, words. Okay, he was put into witness protection and had to get a new name. So he chose some, like, super strong, like, name. And then she ended up finding out that his real name was Yule Perkins. I remember that somehow, but nothing else. That's fine. And so she's like, did you choose that other name because you were tired of having a name that you felt was wimpy? And he was like... Yeah. And she's just like, it's okay, you're so cute, come here. Like, and he just like leaned into her, and I'm like, but that is so real, and the way that she just was like, is this what made you feel like this? You felt like you weren't enough. Like you, and then she goes, you know, you are enough. You're more than enough. And like that reassurance then helps people to want to elevate and, like you said, then step into their healthy masculinity and defend and protect, which is what they're built for. If you just encourage and uplift them and are like, you are enough, you are capable, you are strong, you know, and you're within your rights to have feelings, and but also like not go this other way where it's like, let's just talk all about our feelings and take away their ability to be men.
Right.
A lot of what I see is like men being afraid to approach women, men being afraid to like overstep, or like they're walking on eggshells.
Yes, totally.
You know?
Yep.
Don't want to be canceled. Don't want to be...
It's like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Like, how do I even survive? Like, am I doing something right? Am I doing something wrong? Like, what's the playbook, you know?
Yeah. And it's like, it seems like the rules are constantly shifting.
Yes.
And they're like, okay, so you want me to pursue, but don't pursue too hard, because then that's like inappropriate, but like, I'm like, it stresses me. I'm stressed for you guys, you know? But so as I was writing this book today, like, we're talking about like the reality is a lot of it is our nervous systems, right? So as women, we're so in tune to the way men move. So the most important thing is that they do what's important first for them, right? The skincare, it may seem like a little thing, but it's not. Like, it's such a big thing. Yeah. It's taking care of you first and make sure you're grounded. And I have a whole section in our book where we're going over texting and communicating and how to, like, all, you know, the guys are like asking and going over in their heads over and over, like, what did I do wrong? Did I over text? Did I under text? It's not about the text. It's not about the words. It's the energy behind it. Totally. And if you're grounded and you're secure, and you will either be silent and wait from a grounded place, or you will, you know, say, not over explain, right? But just enough to get your point across and clear and lead and be able to step into your masculine leadership. But we have to like encourage and empower men to be able to do the things they need to do for themselves first, whether it's skincare or working out or taking time for them. And also not telling them, I've also seen lately, it's like, well, you work too much, but I need you to provide. And they're like,
what direction do I even go in?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's a delicate dance. But I think that I hope that, you know, we have more stuff like this, more companies like this, more conversation about these things, and encourage men, empower them, be kind to them.
Yeah, be kind to everyone.
No,
you know what I mean? Like, let's just all be good people. Can we try that one on?
I know. Can we
like, everybody be cool?
Yeah. I've seen people put in their bio, like, just be fucking nice. And I'm like, mood.
Retweet.
Just be a nice person. Like, but it's, I don't know why it's so, you know what happens a lot too is it's interesting because it's like, there's a lot of aggression coming from people trying to defend other people. And it's like, I get what you're trying to do, but like, and my ex used to say that, like, sometimes, like, words just don't work, and you have to, like, have riots and blah, 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 because no one's listening. And I understand that, but it's like, again, maybe it has something to do with a balance, because I'm definitely, like, pro-war. My audience doesn't hear that. But
I love that.
But at the same pro-war, pro-guns. But, like, there's a place for everything. I'm also, like, you can have guns in the house over my fucking dead body. Will they not be locked up?
Right.
You know, when there's kids around. And it's the same sort of thing where it's like, okay, but, like, how do we use those things the right way? Because, like, for example, when the riots were happening in Santa Monica, it was, like, a lot of the minorities suffered. Us little white kids didn't suffer. We're over here just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go participate and then go back to where I'm safe and chilling, and now your whole home area is destroyed. So it's like, again, just such a delicate balance. But the whole masculine feminine thing, it's like, I find myself being like, but we don't want to be abused and raped.
No,
so
totally.
Like, how do we make that not happen and stand up for women without going too far the other way and being like, all men are bad? And I think it's just like a matter of like, just really, maybe I would like to see us go overboard on just like praising and encouraging
from both sides.
Totally. the good ones that are doing it the right way, and being like, let's elevate these men that are leading and setting an example, instead of like, because that's the other thing, our culture, like, I'm so guilty of it. I recently, I don't think he'll watch this, but was with a guy, and he was like, okay, I'll tell you, I have been to jail once. And but the fact that he, like, felt the need to say that to me, because he knows, like, it's this running joke that I like guys that look like they just got out of prison.
Really? When, what? Tell me more.
Well, but that's what I'm saying, is I think that, like, that's a normal cultural thing. Like, think about the guys in the movies, like Johnny Depp, and, like, they're tatted and they're bad boys, and, like, we glorify them. Yeah. And then we're like, all men are bad. It's like, well, you're telling the good guys that they need to have gone to jail to be cool.
Exactly.
So,
to
like,
be attracted to them.
Yeah. And it's all about, at the end of the day, like, women feeling, again, going back to, like, nervous system, right? Women feeling comfortable and safe. And so a man has to be grounded and in his nervous system, in his, like, grounded masculine energy and calm, and will feel that and will follow that. But it's like about, and that is the sexual appeal too. But yeah, this telling guys that they need to be like a bad boy or rough around the edges, or like the wrong kind of masculine for us to be attracted to them, is giving them the wrong message. And then you have all these guys like doing terrible things, feeling like that's masculinity when it's the opposite.
I'm just wondering the why behind it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, relating it to skincare, it's like, well, why do companies use bad ingredients? It's because of profit and easier on the supply chain, etc. But like, why is it being pushed that the bad guy is what we're supposed to go after? It's so interesting to think about. I don't have the answer, but I'm even thinking back to, like, 2016. That's, like, a super big trend right now, whatever. And Justin Bieber, 2016, was, like, tatted, bad boy, DUI after DUI, like, not being a good guy, all this kind of stuff. But everyone was obsessed with him. You know what I mean? And it's just, like, why are we glorifying this kind of behavior? Why is that part of the agenda? I don't know. But being a good guy is so in, and I don't think it's going anywhere.
I know.
I'm so team good guy.
Yeah.
Like, that's who you want to marry. Like, you want to marry the good guy. You know? So,
no, I agree.
Yeah.
And that's not a nice guy. Okay? There's a big difference between a nice guy and a good man.
Totally.
And I agree. I think it's really cool seeing, like, and I'm hoping to see more of that being glorified. But yeah, I wonder, like, I'm gonna have to look into it.
Yeah,
but, like,
I know.
What
it's like on
Reddit. Where did it come from? Like, because it must have stemmed, because this is not like a new concept. And I think that the reality is, right, so we're attracted to bad boys or whatever because of our nervous systems being programmed, unfortunately, in early childhood. If you had an unstable parent, then you're attracted to that. So I think that there's been obviously a lot of women that are attracted to that because they haven't done the work.
It's familiar.
Themselves.
Yeah. The cycle of chaos is familiar.
Yes, exactly. And so they run to their comfortable chaos instead of going to the uncomfortable calm. So that's definitely part of it. So men have seen women do that. And the thing is, too, it's like, it's more those women that are chaotic probably make more of a scene. And also, by the way, like, both genders are giving into this social norm, right? Because those women are looking the hottest. Those women are on their Instagram with their titties out. Like, those are the women that you guys are glorifying. And then you're wondering why all women, like, not all women like bad boys. I could name right now 25 and y'all don't know who they are because they have no desire to be on Instagram and looking sexy and on the TV and blah, 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 you know? So it's like, I think that the root of it really is that sex sells. And that the movies are glorifying it because it's this, like, it's something we're not supposed to watch,
right.
or, you know,
it's like tantalizing.
Yeah. So that's probably why we've glorified these women that are in their uncomfortable, or they're in their comfortable chaos, and they're into those bad boys because they haven't done the work, but that's why they're in the limelight. Royce, sir, Royce, as much as I love you, we don't really need background noise. Thank you for providing, though. But yeah, I think that's got to be a lot of it. And then, you know, I try to think too, like back in the day, like what, I don't know, it's really, so another thing my dad brought up, I was like, that's so interesting. He's like, look at the way that, like, my grandpa just passed a day before yesterday, and he was about to turn 95, lived a great life. I'm surprisingly, like, not really sad about it because I believe in heaven.
Right.
And he was over it. He was like,
this is my time.
Yeah. He was like, let me go. And I was like, it would be selfish for us to be like, but the other thing I really noticed is I'm like, at Thanksgiving, he said the prayer and he was like, I wanted this. And we're sitting like this big family and they all love and support. And he's like, I got what I wanted. Yeah, like this big supportive family that everyone loves Jesus. And
that's what life is about.
No drama.
I have the chills right now. Like, that's what life is about. Like, okay, yes, building a company is cool. Like, working hard is cool. But at the end of the day, like, what else do you need besides people around you that love you and support you and God as well? You know, I mean, that's dream life. Yeah, you know. Yeah. It
was just so cool to see and like his life and like think back on like what he did and the way it was. And but my dad brought up like, look at the way his generation was versus totally now.
Different. No social media too.
Right? Yeah. But like the way they treated men is it was like they were glorified. They were totally glorified for like being hard workers and blah blah blah. And now it's like we beat them down. And, like, I have so many clients that come to me where their wives are literally physically abusing them. There's nothing they can do.
Oh, my gosh.
Because they can't report it because then it's her word against yours.
Yeah. And then it, like, holds up. And if they always believe the woman type. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's crazy. So it's like, okay, well, no wonder he was able to, like, provide, protect, like, be the breadwinner because that was all, like, okay. It was socially accepted. It was socially expected, you know, and now it's like the opposite. The other thing my dad said was really interesting is he said, let's see, look at the actual numbers. He said his school, so he went to Cal Poly for their agriculture and architecture, and he said when he was there, it was 5 guys to every 3 girls, and now the solid majority are women.
Whoa.
A school known for engineering and architecture.
Interesting.
And I just think that's really interesting. As much as I love the women like getting into schools and getting jobs, we should absolutely have equal rights to do that should we want to. It's also like what my dad is saying is we're telling the guys that they're stupid, you're dumb, you can't do it, and so they just stop trying. Like there are so many men. I don't know, like I know so many men that I'm like, what are you doing with your life now? But it's like, okay, is it their fault if they're like not doing anything because everyone told them they couldn't?
Yeah, what's the saying, like, damned if you do, damned if you don't?
Yeah.
You know? I
so
feel like
why
that's
try?
how they feel. Yeah, so what am I supposed to do? I'll just, like, exist in a bubble and I won't step on anybody's toes, you know?
Yeah. And as much as I love, as a woman, like, our ability to work, it's also kind of exhausting. But there's times where I'm like, I kind of have, like, felt like I'm gonna need to make X amount of money to be in a relationship.
Right, yeah.
And it's like, we shouldn't have to feel like that. As women, we should be able to be fully in our feminine and be like, I should feel like I am valuable enough in the fact that I make exactly. Make babies. Like, I grow a human in my body, you know. Do that, raise the kids well, cook. That should be an option to be enough. And it doesn't feel like it is now. Now it feels like, okay, I'm going to have to do that stuff, but I also, if I want to be provided for the way that I want to be provided for, I'm going to need to make sure I have extra money to take care of those things. Because now it's not, like, socially acceptable to be like, hey, I really, like, want to do this thing or like get my hair done. Is that okay? Like, you need to have your own money to do that. What are you, like, a sugar baby? It's like, it's just changed. It's ruined things for a lot of it. Well intended has ruined a lot of things for both men and women.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like a lot of guys aren't even trying with women because they think like, oh, she's out for my money.
Yeah.
You know, that type of thing. And the narrative has been totally skewed.
Yeah.
Where it's like men don't even want to treat women well because it's like, oh, they're going to think that, you know, they're my sugar baby or whatever. Yeah. So it's like, where's the line, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I see that a lot. I see that a lot. And then you have the women being like, I spend all this money on myself looking good for men, and you're saying I'm using you because you're buying me a $20 steak?
Right, no,
like,
I know.
It's just this battle between the two of us, and it's like, can we just...
Can we just all meet in the middle here?
Yeah, can we just, like... But again, it's like we have to work on communicating. That's the other thing, is it's like learning the other gender's communication style and their language.
The love language?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And within, so I just was thinking about and figuring out the other day, I was like, okay, because I've always been like, okay, figure out their love language and then you're golden. And then you're set. Well, when it comes to even love languages, it's about someone's perception of what defines that. So, for example, like I did a video the other day about how my mom was like, why are you cutting so much firewood?
I did see that when I walked in. I was like, that is so baller. A lot of firewood.
Yeah, I mean, my dad was out there for hours. He got a chainsaw, and I wake up, I'm like, what is happening?
No, it's so cool.
Yeah. I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah. And he's like, it's gonna be a cold winter. And like, literally, the man like operates like back in the days. You know, like, need to make sure my family is warm.
Like,
you know,
gathering and like,
yeah, literally, like, that is how men operate.
Awesome.
And like, for him, he was like, that's an act of service. Like, if his love language is service. But for my mom's like, well, I just wanted to help cleaning around the house. So it's like they can both feel like they can both have the love language of acts of service and still not be like resonating. And I noticed, like, with me too, the other day, I was like, well, why haven't I gotten this like text from someone or blah blah blah? Turns out, like, he had gone to my dad's house to bring him food. And I'm like, oh my what? Gosh. Like, so sometimes it's like, you think that, you know, they don't love me because they're not giving me the pair of shoes I want or doing the dishes or whatever, but they're doing what they think, and it could be well within your love language. They're like, well, I know that her love language is acts of service, so I'm gonna cut wood because that's an act of service. So it's like, even within the love languages, then you have to dissect, like, okay, but, and we see it all the time. Yeah. Actually, my dad did it this year. We see it all the time with the classic, like, a dad bought mom a vacuum.
I love that, like a Dyson.
You know? And she's like, I wanted a purse. You know? And he's like, but a vacuum is practical. You know,
right,
like,
right, exactly.
But that's how men work. When you step back and are like, oh, to him, like, that's how he shows love.
And that's how he also, like, feels helpful and wanted and needed.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, being the provider.
Yeah. Yeah. And so if we can get ourselves to, number one, recognize, and instead of being like, you're not giving me what I want, instead of being like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet, you're giving me what you think I...
Yeah, like, building them up. I mean,
exactly.
It's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for thinking of me. That's so sweet.
Exactly. Communicating. Yeah. And being, like, genuinely appreciative. And the thing is, too, for, like, guys and girls, like, if your girl, she might be very well doing something that you don't care for or don't want. Like, she may get you a shirt you hate, you know? But, like, if you keep in mind, like, she really cares about me and she thought this shirt would look really good on me. And so then I can be like, thank you so much for the shirt. That was so sweet of you. Right. I really wanted a saw. You know, like,
chop wood for you.
Yeah. You know, like, but if we don't communicate, like, we don't know. But yeah, I think the biggest thing, like, is learning to really genuinely appreciate those things, even if they aren't what we feel is love.
Yeah, because it's the intentionality behind it. Because who cares about the things at the end of the day?
Yeah.
It's like you go into this world, what do they say, like broke and naked, and you leave the same way. Like, who cares about the stuff? Yeah. You know, it's about the people, it's about the love. Exactly. The intentionality, you know, in the relationship.
Even if it's like love, like acts of service or time or words. So that's not stuff, so it's harder to compartmentalize, but still, like with my grandpa, I'm like, okay, so he didn't spend time at home, and he didn't say, I love you to my mom for years, but he showed it in different ways. Right. And so it's so hard sometimes to be like, how am I supposed to believe that you care about me when you're not spending time with me, when you're not saying it, when you're not... Like, those other things, if it's not a gifts giving, it's like another, you know, one of the other love languages, words of affirmation or whatever. But, again, really learning to genuinely appreciate that they were showing you in their way is, like, I think so freeing. Because then you can still feel, if you really grasp that, you can feel just as loved and just as appreciated as you would were they doing it the way you wanted them to.
Totally. And then also just the communication aspect, like you mentioned as well, just communicating like, oh, I would like you to show your love to me, or I want to receive your love in this way, and just being so clear in the communication. And then anybody in a respectful, mature relationship will be like, oh, yes, no problem. Like, would love to support you and love you in that way. And then it just makes... a beautiful life. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, it's so nice. Communication. I've never once been like, had a good like communication exchange and been like, wish I didn't do that.
Yeah, wish I didn't say anything and just bottled it up and got angry.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, so many times I've been like, wow, that really works well. Afterward.
Where did you like learn this from? Like, you brought up your dad a few times. Are you super close with your dad? Like, is he a big role model in your life? Yeah, same with my dad. When you were talking about your dad and texting your dad, talking to your dad, I'm like, I'm the same way. Like, me and my dad are like this.
I love it. Yeah. We're really blessed.
Yeah,
because
so blessed.
It's rare, and I'm not saying that dads are just bad, but like it's rare in general. Moms and dads, especially like just in general these days, I feel like our culture is just a little more selfish too. You see a lot of moms that are like more into taking IG pics than like spending time with their kids. So we're really blessed to have that. So that's a huge impact on how I learned, but I also found myself into abusive relationships, and I was like, okay, like back to back. I'm like, okay, something's wrong. Like I'm doing something wrong. So I took time to study and figure out like what was going on. It took 6 months, went to Connecticut, and it was during COVID, so everyone else is like
I was actually in Connecticut during COVID. Were you? I was in Greenwich. I don't know if we talked about that. Yeah, where were you?
Crazy. I was in, where was it? Middlebury?
Okay.
Yeah.
There's so many like funny. Small Connecticut towns, but
I know, they're all Berry something. Yeah. That's so funny. Yeah. But yeah, it was just really peaceful, and I just like worked on myself, and I started studying this, all of this stuff, and it's like, we're always learning something new though, because like I was saying, the firewood thing came up like yesterday. I was like, because here I thought like, as long as you know their love language, you're Gucci.
Right.
And that's why I was actually tripping for so long, because I was like, this guy said his love language were gifts. I don't understand. Like, if it's gifts, then like why is it not what am I not understanding? And then I realized like, oh, gifts to him could mean something different than it means to me.
Right.
It could be like food or
exactly, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so I'm constantly learning. But yeah, I've done a lot of studying, a lot of reading, a lot of therapy, a lot of books. And yeah, I feel like, I mean, we're people and we're ever growing and evolving, and society is changing, so it's just like constantly trying to be open-minded and open to learning new things about how we work and how we operate, and going into relationships knowing that we don't know what we're doing.
Yes, totally. And being so humble and putting the ego at the door too. That's something that I'm doing in my relationship now, and really just also how I operate in life, you know, personally, professionally, is just leaving the ego at the door.
Yeah.
Giving people grace.
It's huge.
Yeah, giving people benefit of the doubt without being like stepped on and stepped over, obviously, but just
which is a fine line.
Yeah, no, totally, and having like self-respect and stuff, but like ego at the door. Like no fight is really worth it. It's never worth like raising your voice. That's something that I used to do in prior relationships. Yeah, you know, like getting to that level of like elevated communication, and it's just like not worth it.
It's not, and it doesn't help anything. No, it just actually usually makes things worse.
It's like disrespectful too. So.
Yeah, and if you're grounded and you know yourself, you can totally leave the ego at the door and still not be a pushover. Like it's just self-respect and communicate, especially if you're communicating calmly. You can be like, hey, this didn't feel, this didn't feel great. How can we work through this? What can I do differently? My ex said something once that like blew my mind. I did something, I don't even remember what it was, but I did something that I didn't think he would like. And I was used to being in very abusive relationships, so I was like, I'm going to get in trouble. But I'm just going to tell him anyways, because I'd rather just, he knows. So I told him whatever it was. And instead of being like, why did you do that? Blah, 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 blah. He was like, what did I do or not do to make you feel like you needed to do that? And I was like, whoa.
Crazy. No.
Whoa. Yeah. You know? And like, if we all operated that way, number one, what did that make me do? First of all, it disarmed me and made me, you know, not defensive at all and safe and never want to do it again. Like, oh my gosh, like, what grace and elegance and like, that is leadership, you know? So if we could all communicate that way and like, it just, I mean, it would be a different world. So how did you meet your boyfriend?
Yeah, so we met on Raya.
Okay!
Yeah, we met on Raya, went through some guys on Raya. Yeah. It's an interesting app, for sure. It's an interesting app for sure, but I'm so lucky and blessed to have him. I feel like, you know, you talking about doing the work after like some bad relationships, I was totally in the same boat, like really took the time to like work on myself, and then I told myself like getting into this next relationship, like I want this to be like the one, and if he watches this, whatever. But yeah. But yeah, it's really important, I feel like, to do the work when you come out of those bad relationships. Because, you know, relationships are a two-way street, like how you show up, like people are going to match that energy, and also like who you attract. You know, it's a reflection of yourself.
100%.
So yeah, I did the work, and then was on Raya, met him, and it's a crazy story. So he lived like 3 hours away from me in this like town in Missouri. And when we were talking on Raya, he would like come up to Kansas City and we would, you know, go on dates and stuff. Like the sweetest guy ever. I remember one time I had a flight out of Kansas City and he drove 3 hours just to take me to the airport. And I was like, you're the best guy in the world. Like,
that's
seriously.
When you know, man.
Yeah. Just
stuff like that.
So sweet. But then he ended up getting a job in Kansas City. Okay. So he moved to Kansas City, and then he ended up moving into my building. So it's just so crazy and serendipitous, and it's like the best relationship I've ever been in. He's incredible and just super supportive, and I feel like I'm able to show up for him in that same way of just equally just super supportive of each other. Yeah. But not in like a codependent way. Like it feels like extremely healthy. Yeah. And you know, we were just talking about it on the phone on the way here. He's like, you're just so easy to support. And yeah, I was like, stop. I'm like, am I? I have a lot going on, but thank you. But yeah, and just we were talking about how we both want to be in a relationship, which this is the one, but where we can both individually like accomplish our dreams. Yeah. And it's like building each other up to accomplish that. Yeah. And whatever those dreams may be, like right now it's work, but in the future it'll probably shift to like family and that kind of stuff. But
that's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. I mean, there's something like just different about someone supporting your dreams.
Oh, totally.
Versus just like, oh, I'm going to buy you stuff or whatever. Yeah. At one point, I was like, I took 4 months off. I think I told you that. I'm about to be like 1 month in. But prior to this, I was dating around a bit, and I had, you know, it's been 4 years, so I've gone on dates in the past 4 years. And at that time, like, there's been guys that have, like, bought me stuff or, like, taken me out, and like a lot of me, because I'm like in a career place, or I'm like, this is nice, but like I have so much to do right now. Totally, you know, like these shoes that I don't need are awesome. Thank you so much. But I know. Yeah. And at one point, I was sitting there, and this guy helped me with my music, and he helped me to register my songs, and I was like, this is better than any pair of shoes.
No, seriously.
You know, because it's like I'm being empowered, and you're helping me with my dreams and with what I really want.
I'm getting the chills.
You know?
No,
and like,
seriously.
That's the key right there.
Yeah,
that's
it's that support.
Yeah,
no, my boyfriend is the same way. Like, even just the little stuff, too. Like, I was super busy this week in Newport doing a million different things with Raw Dog, and I'm like, I don't have time to get a rental car. Like, can you just help me, like, book a rental car for a day and stuff? And he just, like, handled it. And it was like, that to me is better than, like, anything that you could have done, you know? It's just, like, handling things, taking care of things, you know, and like helping me with my busy schedule and like my dreams. It's unmatched.
And just the fact though that you could ask, like, this is the nervous system thing, right? You could ask because you trusted that he would take care of it.
No, totally. And in the past too, I mean, in past relationships, like, I don't feel like I could have asked.
Yeah.
Because it would have been met with, like, oh, you can handle it all. Like, you can do it. You're fine. Like, you got it. You know, just like, you know.
Or they do it and then mess it up.
Yes, and then I get mad. Yeah, exactly. So
I can't tell you the amount of times. This is a big ick for me. I'm like, oh. I think I've realized lately this is my biggest one.
Yeah.
If you aren't gonna do something right, don't tell me you're gonna do it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I'm the
like,
same.
Just shut the fuck up.
You're
because
right.
Otherwise, you just made my life harder.
Worse, exactly.
Yeah, and when we're like, where it's like, go, working all the time, like, the moment, now you just gave me more work, now I'm fuming, you know, and I might not, like, react and
but internally,
but internally I'm like, and the turn off, it's like, okay, cool, let me just let you know my respect has now gone down a little bit because I can't trust you, because what really makes a man in his divine masculine is being trustworthy. His word.
Totally.
You know?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
I say that all the time. That's so funny that you mentioned it. It's like, if you don't have your word, you have nothing.
Yeah. That's what my dad taught me.
Yeah, my dad taught me.
Yeah. You know your daddy's girl.
Of your word. Yeah.
Yeah. My dad's always said, your word is all you have in the end of the day. So, but yeah, I mean, I've definitely had it happen where it's like, it may not even be that big of a deal, but it's like, if you hadn't told me you were going to do it, I would have done it myself.
Exactly.
And now, it's 4 days later, or whatever.
Excuses.
Yeah, and now I have to deal with it, and now it's worse. So I wish you just wouldn't have told me you were going to do it at all. So, yeah, that's a big one. So, guys, if you want, like, to know what our real icks are,
be a man of your word,
that's
please.
One of them. Yeah. Okay, well, let's hope that this recorded. Can you imagine?
They can just get, like, a video and no audio.
What time are we at? I don't even know. Okay, I think we're going to call it. Thank you for coming. This is so fun.
Thank you for having me and for the great conversation. And you're such a light, and just so blessed to have, like, randomly met you.
I know.
I feel like I know when we talked on Google Meets recently, we were like, the word is integrity.
Yes.
And then also another word that's been coming up with me is like magnetism.
I love that.
And I feel like it's like you are what you attract, as like woo as that sounds, but it's like when you do the work to be like a good person and show up in the world like that, you attract the most incredible people into your life. So I feel like thank you for coming into my life. Yes, love you.
It's so funny. I have my vision board. You can't see it because it's super tiny, but maybe you can actually. Integrity right there in the center. Incredible. It's my word of the year.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Isn't that perfect?
I need to make one of those.
Yeah, it's super fun. Yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching. Please go get your Raw Dog, okay? This stuff is amazing. I'm going to put the link everywhere, but I'm going to put it in the bio of this video. If you're listening on podcast, go hop over to my Instagram, Chelsko Nelly Music, and the link will be there in a highlight. And your Instagram is Raw Dog, just Raw Dog, or just go to just
just Raw Dog it and justrawdogit.com.
Yeah, and discount code Chelsko15. So use that discount code and get your faces all nice after you shave or whatever. We love you. Bye.
Okay. That was so good. Thank you.